Hello. Thank you for stopping by this page, and I'm so excited to have the chance to share with you what we're doing here. If you want to be a part of a cultural transformation in an emerging market like Ghana, Africa, this is your chance. This is a chance for you to literally save lives and change lives for just a few bucks. I've been here in Ghana for 5 months now on a 2-month trip. I came here to be part of a program to stop the careless and needless loss of lives and destruction of the environment here in Ghana. And it happens throughout all of Africa and the emerging markets where petrol stations and gas stations experience horrific and totally unnecessary explosions and hundreds of deaths for no reason at all. Unnecessary. And we can stop it and we can change it. I have a program that I've designed, and I've spent 5 months molding it into what Africa needs. And it works brilliantly, and you can be a part of this. Here in Ghana, they have seen 9 horrible accidents in 4 years. The worst was Circle on June 3rd, 2015. And if you Google it, you'll see the terrible videos. 154 dead, 500 some odd put in the hospital, thousands of lives ruined. It was horrible. And it was so unnecessary. The mistake that was made is so unnecessary. Now, it's not a matter of training, because the mistake that was made was trained out of the employees, but they still made it. And when I watch filling stations here in the country, I go to them almost every day. They're making the same mistakes every day. It's not about training. They all train. But training's not going to fix it. It's about cultural transformation. And what we've built here and what you can be a part of is a cultural transformation. The event that happened at Circle, where 154 people burned to death, burned alive, could have been stopped with our system, because what happened was so simple. It was a horrible flooding. In fact, it's called the twin disasters because it was the fire and the flood. Horrible flooding, and an underground storage tank was left open. And the floodwaters rushed into the underground storage tank and flooded out the fuel. And the fuel floated on the surface of the water and was ignited. Because it was flooding, the people in the area had taken refuge at the filling station. And when the fire came back to the filling station, the people taking refuge were engulfed in flames and burned alive. Women, children, young people, men, just burned alive. It was horrible. And it was so avoidable. The manager knew he left the manway open. And he made the decision to wait out the storm. With proper cultural transformation, with proper safety awareness, that mistake would not happen. And what happened was the people who worked for him agreed to make that terrible safety error. With our program that you can be a part of for just a few bucks, with our program, his employees would have said, no, we have to close that. Well, we started talking to Ghana after the Circle explosion. And it took 3 years to get any traction on the program. Then the explosion at Atomic Junction occurred. And it was just terrible. It was so unnecessary. It was so tragic. Hundreds of people injured and dead. And all what happened was fuel was escaping from the vehicle, from the tanker. And the driver, all he had to do was close the valve. If he had just closed the valve, the gas would have stopped being released. But instead, he ran away in panic. And the explosion happened. And happened many places. The gas wafted through the neighborhoods, looking for any open flame. And random houses would just explode and explode. And people died everywhere. It was terrible. This created urgency that gave birth to our program. The office of the vice president signed our contract and said, let's go. But things happened slowly. In in Africa, and we didn't get started very fast. In fact, the contract was signed 10 months ago, and we're just now getting off the ground. But we are getting off the ground. Last week, another terrible accident happened, and this one is just as avoidable. Last week, for 3 days, people complained of the smell of LPG near a filling station. For 3 days before it blew up. The images from that explosion are just horrible. It's so avoidable. In the West, that could never happen. If you smell LPG, I don't care if you're in Berlin or if you're in Zurich or Paris or the United States or Moscow or Tokyo, if you smell LPG, you call emergency. People know you call emergency services. Emergency services shuts down the area, evacuates the area, finds and closes the source of the leak. It's a process. They know how to do it. But here they waited 3 days. It's so fixable. So I want to tell you about my program and how we're going to fix it and how you can be a part of it. Our program starts with training seminars, but that's not going to really change anything. Having somebody go to a 6-hour seminar on safety once a year is not going to prevent these horrific accidents. Seminar, people sign up for my WhatsApp virtual trainer, and this thing works. They sign up for it, and here in Ghana, WhatsApp is the bomb. Everybody uses WhatsApp. When we register people, 10% of them have email. 95% of them have WhatsApp. WhatsApp drives all communication. The government uses it to communicate out to all their stakeholders, and business uses it, and the students use it. Everybody uses WhatsApp. So I changed my system to work exclusively through WhatsApp. And here's what happens. They sign up for the virtual trainer and they receive a safety question. It's a simple one. And they answer it and they get points. And they answer another one, they get points. They answer another one, they get points. Well, we've designed it so that everybody earns airtime early so that they feel like they're accomplishing something. They earn airtime very early, and then they keep training. And you have to understand that in Ghana, the fuel attendants are paid about $60 a month. So for them to earn $1 of airtime is amazing. And for just $1 of airtime, they will do so much work. So what I do is I drive human behavior through airtime and through rewards. They work so hard for $1. Imagine how much you would study if you were a young person and you had a chance to get a day and a half of labor paid for, an additional day and a half on your month, or 2 days or 3 days of your compensation just for playing with WhatsApp, what they do anyway. And so we've designed it so that they get 5 CD or $1 of airtime immediately after the training seminar. And then a week or two later, they get another 5 CD. During that time, we have competitions and people win more stuff. They win pizzas, they win airtime. We're going to have a wide range of winning, of opportunities to win. And that's where I want to get you involved. Take a look at this chart. This is a chart of the activity on my platform as people train. We had 100 people training and 41,000 safety questions in 1 week. Imagine how we're impacting this industry. 41,000 questions by 100 people. 100 people who probably didn't think about safety much at all. Now each of them on average answered 400 questions. So now safety's at the top of their mind, and they did it for a few bucks. I gave away $100 last week, and we got 41,000 questions answered. By raising money from you and from all my friends and family and anybody who believes in this program, we're young people to change their lives and change the way they think. And we'll fix this problem. It's fixable. We can do it. We can stop the careless and needless loss of life. So when you give money, You'll be part of one of these blips. Do you see on the chart the peaks? The peaks is where I offered a prize. I gave away money or airtime or pizza or just a reward. Now let me show you the next thing that drives these young people and why your contribution will literally change lives. Here is the profile that I've created for my friend Enoch. Enoch is one of the trainees, and he worked so hard on this program. And look what he has now. He never had this before. Look at this profile that he has on our platform. Anybody can look him up and they will see that he's in first place, that he worked hard. They will see that he has earned a certificate. And as he gets more certificates, they will appear here. He's earned one badge, and he's going to get 2 more by the end of this weekend, and they will appear there. And if we scroll down, look at the commendations he's received. This is a permanent record that Enoch is proud of. I went to his company he works at. I went to their office. I met with the COO, and Enoch's profile was sitting on the COO's desk. And Enoch was rewarded by his company for this profile. So we are giving these young people the chance to be empowered and change their lives. What we do is we give them access to the knowledge, and then we reward them for absorbing that knowledge. And then we empower them to change their life through their performance on the platform. When you give to this program, you're saving lives, and you're changing lives, and you're saving the environment. Please join with me, and let's do this. Let's fix this. This is fixable. And when we prove this works, I'm going to take it throughout Africa. My plan is this. I want to raise money through this crowd raise and put that into the program and watch the numbers go up, up, up. Show that safety awareness is higher than ever. Knowledge is higher than ever. And then go to foundations and get real money, big money, and take it throughout Africa. The first step is to make it work here and change the lives here. And I ask for your help to do that. Please join me. Thank you.